Game week 23 free hit team. So in this video I will take a look at the best possible free hit team ahead of the next game week. If you're playing your wildcard in game week 23 or game week 24, I already made a video with the best drafts as well. So if you're interested, go check it out. But for now, let's take a look at the best possible free hit team. In goal, I've gone for Donnarumma. I know that Man City, they haven't looked great in the last couple of game weeks and in Champions League as well. But in game week 23, playing at home against Wolves, I know that Wolves, they have actually been pretty impressive recently, but this is mostly their defense. So I think that Man City have a good chance of keeping a clean sheet against Wolves in game week 23. So considering that they have a couple of injuries in defense, I wouldn't necessarily pick their defenders. It's really hard to predict who will start, who will be benched for game week 23, but Donnarumma, he will definitely start. So at 5.7, only selected by 9.5%, I think that on a free hit, Donnarumma is a good option. On the bench, I have Dubravka. He is the only starting 4.0 in the game, so it makes sense having Dubravka on the bench. In defense, targeting the fixtures in game week 23, I have actually avoided Arsenal in this free hit team. They play against Man United. Man United, they looked really good under Carrick in game week 22 against Man City. So I'm actually taking a punt on a free hit going without any Arsenal defenders. So of course, there is a risk involved going without any Arsenal defenders. They're heavily owned, but I think that they will concede against Man United in game week 23. So in defense, I've gone for Pedro Porro. Spurs, really good fixture against Burnley. They can potentially keep a clean sheet, and Pedro Porro, he has been heavily involved in Spurs' set pieces in the last game week. So Pedro Porro priced at 5.2, selected by 12% of the managers. I think that he is a good pick on a free hit. The next defender is Collins. He has done really well recently, playing at home against Nottingham Forest in game week 23. I think there will be points for Collins. The last defender in my starting 11 is actually Mukiele. His price has gone up to 4.4. Sunderland, they have been solid defensively, and they play against West Ham. West Ham, they have looked terrible recently. This as a Jared Bowen owner, it has been really frustrating to own Jared Bowen recently. So Mukiele against West Ham, I think this is a good fixture for Sunderland. On the bench, I have Tarkowski. Good fixture for him as well. He can potentially be in the starting 11 in this team playing at home against Leeds. He can pick up defensive contributions. He can get attacking returns. So Tarkowski is a really good option as well. The last defender is Gudmundsson, and he is mostly in because he is the cheapest starting defender in FPL at the moment, only priced at 3.8. So in this team, I've gone for a 3-5-2 with 5 midfielders. I've gone for Bruno Fernandes, looked really good, as I mentioned, with Manchester United against Man City in game week 22. Bruno Fernandes, he is back from injury and he looked really sharp in game week 22. So I have avoided Arsenal defenders in this team, and I've picked Bruno Fernandes. So even though, of course, playing away against Arsenal doesn't look good on paper, I think that he potentially can get some points in game week 23. So only selected by 16% of the managers. I think that he is differential. I think that in game week 24, his ownership will go up when Manchester United have some really good upcoming fixtures. So it's still time to bring in Bruno Fernandes when he's a differential. So I think that on a free hit, I would actually include Bruno Fernandes. The next player is Cole Palmer. He is kind of a risk, a punt, only selected by 12% of the managers. He hasn't really looked that great, but I think that Chelsea, they have a good fixture in game week 23, playing away against Crystal Palace. So Crystal Palace, they have lost a couple of players recently. So Guehi, he has left and joined Man City. And we know at this point that Mateta will actually leave the club and play for Juventus as well. So there are something happening over at Crystal Palace, and I think this will affect their form. So Chelsea, they might have a good chance of doing well against them in game week 23. The next player is Rice. I think that he is the best value asset from Arsenal at the moment. I think he's better value compared to Saka. So I mentioned that Man United did well against Man City, but I would like to have at least one Arsenal asset in. The next player is Enzo Fernandez. He has actually been unwell. He didn't train with Chelsea on Monday, so we have to monitor, of course. to see if he will be ready for game week 23. I think that another really good option is actually Semenyo. He was not able to play for Man City in the Champions League, so he is well rested and will most probably start in game week 23. So if Enzo Fernandez looks likely to miss out, I would definitely bring in Semenyo. The last player is a big punt, Xavi Simons from Spurs. I talked about the fixture, Spurs against Burnley. I think that they will do well. And he is this kind of player that does well against weaker opponents. So Xavi Simons only selected by 1% of the managers. I think that I really like those kind of picks on a free hit, to be honest. So if I free hitted in game week 23, I would definitely take a punt on Xavi Simons. He is involved on pieces, same as with Pedro Porro. So he has a lot of routes to points. So midfield with Bruno Fernandes, Cole Palmer, Rice, Enzo Fernandez, who potentially can be Semenyo as well. And we have Xavi Simons. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the content, please consider giving this video a like. I have weekly Q&As, usually on Friday night, the night before the deadline. I post weekly team selection videos as well with captain selection, updated watch list, and my transfer plans. And when I find the time, I have deadline streams as well. So if you're interested, subscribe to the channel. But let's take a look at the forwards as well. Up front, I've gone for Erling Haaland. He is the most selected player in FPL, and he will be the most captain player in game week 23 as well. So I think that it's a big risk going without him. I'm not sure if I will captain Erling Haaland in this team. I think it's fine giving the captain's armband to someone else, considering Haaland's form, Man City's form. But at this point, I think that going without Erling Haaland, it's probably a bit too much, because if Erling Haaland scores a brace, your free hit will not be successful if you don't own him. So Erling Haaland, he's in more because of safety, to be honest. So at this point, I think that it's fine not captaining Erling Haaland, but I will have Igor Thiago. He might be a better captain option, to be honest, playing at home against Nottingham Forest. I will have a look at the best captain options, so if you're interested, I will post a team selection video with captain selection, updated watch list as well, so go check that one out as well. But this is the free hit team for game week 23. Donnarumma in goal, Pedro Porro, Collins, Mukiele in defense, midfield 5 with Bruno Fernandes, Cole Palmer, Rice, Enzo Fernandez, and a punt in Xavi Simons, and up front Erling Haaland and Thiago. So on the bench, I have Barnes. He is the cheapest player in FPL at the moment, only priced at 4.2. Hopefully you will not need Barnes for game week 23. So I have actually a strong bench with Tarkovsky. We have a starter in Gudmundsson as well, so I think this is good enough for bench cover. So please let me know what you think about this free hit team in the comments down below. Please consider giving this video a like as well. If you want more FPL content, subscribe to the channel.